Lírico en la casa. Ellos están buscando cámaras, yo estoy buscándome el efectivo. Me tratan de matar como que les salgo vivo. La cotorra que tengo lo manda para el intensivo. La guerra no ha empezado y ya se le acaban los tiros. Afuera tengo un panamera. Salimos para la carretera, la gente a mí me pregunta y yo le digo que yo estoy en Marianela. Y yo le digo que yo estoy en Marianela. Y yo le digo que yo pasa, súbeme la música DJ, ¿qué pasa? Dame una botella de gay, ¿qué pasa? Ando con los tigres de Guay, ¿qué pasa? Ando la para con la gente de Cristo Rey, guay. Súbeme la música DJ, ¿qué pasa? Dame una botella de gay, ¿qué pasa? Ando con los tigres de Guay, ¿qué pasa? Ando la para con la gente de Cristo Rey.
Dándola para, dándola para, dándola
Dándola para con la gente de los minas. Tenemos el piquete que a tu jefa le fascina. Frenamos a tu casa en guagua de doble cabina. Te agarramos por el pecho y te doy con las campesinas. Prendí, vámonos Marianela. Empuñamos par de mal y la metemos en la cajuela. Tenemos el VIP casi botando candela. Me siguen preguntando y yo le digo que yo sigo. Marianela. Y yo le digo que yo estoy en Marianela. Pasa, súbeme la música DJ, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Dame una botella de gay.
We got a whole lot of new money though.
You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and slow, girl, you know I don't do it so. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ooh, what's going on, boys and girls? Happy Monday. How we living? You guys having a good Monday out there? Welcome to the afternoon Betspresso. Got the saucy Betspresso today. Appreciate you guys stopping by and kicking it with us today to get your Monday rocking and rolling. My name is Sweatpant Jesus.
Shaggy Bets.
VSauce here with these lads.
Let's
get him
fucking
out.
get it.
Get him out.
This might be the first time that we've done a show just the three of us, gents. Happy to
I think maybe when we first started, we had done maybe one or two, but I think
maybe
it's been
one.
a while.
I didn't know VSauce was joining us, and then you said that on Spaces. I was like, "Ooh, alrighty, let's go."
Yeah, I forgot I texted him that individually. I told him, "Yeah, you're ready for the curveball. It's okay."
I had so much fun with you on Saturday, Shaggy. I couldn't get enough. I had to come back Sunday and Monday again.
Hey, man, I have that effect on people.
He low-key begged me. Don't we ain't getting it twisted. Anyway,
let me on, you guys, please.
Please, God, I love VSauce. Don't we all? Look at this fucking guy. He's the best. Look at that hat. He threw that hat on right before we got started. Can't believe it. So happy. What's up, Lando? What's up, Jay's Prop Shop? What's up, Joshy? How we living? Cap? What's going on, Ghost in chat already? So glad you guys have joined us. That lobby music does go hella hard. That is from Shaggy's honeymoon. I'm trying to let him relive his moments.
Yes, sir, bro. Shout out my boys Roberto and Martine for showing me that bop, dude. That's definitely on the playlist.
Shout out. We need them in fucking Twitch, dude. Where's Roberto and Martine? Where are they at?
I should send them the link, see what they're up to.
Yeah, pop it in there, bro. Watch them just be like, "Hola, amigo." Let's fucking go. I assume that they are Mexican, right?
They are, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
good. It was just not a bad assumption. So Povey, how's it going, brother? Yeah, you guys both said James Conner on stream. We talked about it. It was the move. It was always James Conner yesterday. We just don't want to be great, apparently.
I feel like that was my fault though because of my history with him for the last 3 weeks prior. So the salt was a little bit too much. Too much salt was falling, but we were still sharp yesterday with some of the bets that we had.
Dude, our show was on fire yesterday. We killed it. If Tank Dell didn't get hurt, our lotto would have hit, which would have been insane. That was painful. Of course, the other guy we could have taken, Nico Collins, went absolutely bazooka yesterday. Yep. But the reads were right. We had a good show yesterday. It was a fun time. Hope you guys had fun hanging out with us on Gritty Iron Gang. But this is Afternoon Betspresso for Monday. We're going to talk a little bit about this weekend to kind of give you guys an overall weekend that was, talk about a few of the big stories that happened this weekend, and then we're going to dive into tonight, talk about Monday Night Football, talk about the NBA play-in tournament quarterfinal games. What's up, Sook? How's it going, brother? And then we're going to give some best bets for you guys. Cook up a little parlay, a little Betspresso 3, and then we're going to play a little lotto time and cook up a $5 donation for you guys to put out there tonight. Ready to rock and roll. Hey man, the last few days has been pretty good. We've been putting together some fire stuff. I feel like today could be a good day to smack a lotto, but we'll see what happens.
Our show is the perfect example of why you straight bet, because of the amount of 3 to 4.
Love the thoughts. So good.
The books came down and grabbed him before he could finish that good thought.
The show is so good. Bye. He'll come back. His Wi-Fi has been bugging the last few weeks. It's been crazy. GG's. See you later. Shaggy's he's so hot. He's so frozen. I didn't say this. I didn't do the rest of the housekeeping. We appreciate you guys stopping by. This is brought to you by Betting News. You guys know the deal. Go to bettingnews.com. Get yourself one of these bad boys in this QR code in the corner. Scan it. Go check out bettingnews.com. You're back.
Did we do it again?
Yep. He's gone. I'm gonna keep going. Just keep going. We just go to bettingnews.com. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Twitter, if you're watching us on Twitch, we appreciate you guys kicking it with us wherever you're doing that. If you're watching us on Twitter, come and kick it with us on Twitch. You have a much better experience. I see we can bring up your comments just like these guys. It's a much better experience. What's up, Beard Brothers? Hey, man, Joe Bailey, shout out to you, dude, coming in yesterday with fucking Cardinals money line, and we were bozos and took the Steelers. What are we fucking doing? Twitch.tv.
Yesterday, I was not fully sold on the Steelers. I was just not in a position to try to pitch you guys the Cardinals after the shellacking they went through the week before that, when I did pitch the Cardinals. But 2 times yesterday, my saltiness for the Cardinals got in the way of 2 winners. Can't let that happen again.
You needed to take the salt and make a margarita instead of allowing the salt to sit in the wound. But, it's all right.
Like Shaggy needs to do right now. And he's gone again.
Wow. He's going to have to reset his fucking router once again. Damn. It's like the 3rd time this has happened. We were talking before the show started, and everything was chilling, and now gone. You did say you did. And he's gone. 3rd time's the charm, Shaggy. Nope. Well, we'll get him back in a minute. He'll be back in just a second. He's probably going to go restart his router, and it's going to take 10 minutes because he's going to have to go all the way to Best Buy to get a new fucking router like he did last time. Yes, dude. All right. Etienne Jr. banged for us yesterday, and today we ride Etienne. Who's Etienne Jr.?
Oh my God.
Henry. You absolute fucker.
And you know what's sad too? Because Gerald had a bet. He actually had a slip. 2 touchdowns for Henry and 100+ yards. I can't remember what it paid. I think it was like plus 950 or something like that. But something crazy. He had a banger.
He did. Well, and the thing was he got knocked out of the rest of the game with a concussion. He actually did not have a concussion, but they didn't play the rest of the game. He didn't play the whole 4th quarter pretty much. He would have gotten 125 and 3 tutties probably, because they ended up driving down the field again, and Tajay Spears, his backup, who's also very good, had like 60+ rushing yards, and most of them were on that drive. They could not stop the run anymore because Henry had been gashing them all day. That game was fucking made me ill to the touch. Did you end up taking the Titans?
I did not take the Titans, but I was frustrated just because I wanted to see if Shaggy works or not.
Yeah, he's back. Are we here?
I hope I'm back.
He's here. Let's fucking go. Let's get it. That was wacky.
Yeah, dude. I got.
Maybe you just need to stay on this side of the screen. We'll leave
Maybe
you over there.
that might be
leave
it.
you over there.
I opened one tab and everything went bonkers. So not great.
What's up, laggy bets?
Loving the chat. I love it.
Yeah, I got to figure it out.
Hey, Shet, how are you? I think you're back now, and you definitely feel fine. What tab?
Twitter.
Twitter.
I said that quick. You know I'm not lying.
I know. You'd never do such things.
Even questioned before.
Come on.
Yeah.
Close that shit well before.
You know how we do, Sook. 10 minutes in and no plays, only vibes. You guys come for the winners, but you stay for the vibes. If you're coming around this show to kick it for the winners,
why else are you here?
We do have some. We do have a good time with you guys, as always. We are going to dive into some plays. We are going to get rocking and rolling and talk about this weekend. A few more vibes for you guys. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about the weekend that was. In case you guys missed it, sure, you probably have seen all about these stories, but we're going to give you some different angles that you guys might have not seen already. First up, if you guys don't know, FSU got hosed. Absolute pain and agony for the ACC champions, went undefeated in the college football season, and they got left out of the top 4 in the national championship playoffs. Shaggy literally just wrote about this game. Please go peep the scribbles at bettingnews.com. I have only read the first little bit because I could not get on here fast enough, but I'm really excited to read the rest of it. V read the whole thing. Shags, we'll let you kind of dive into this first, brother. What is your take on FSU missing out on the top 4 and not being able to defend their possible honor, man?
I mean, listen, I said kind of what I needed to say yesterday, but this college football playoff is not just putting people in the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. This is a chance to win the national title of the most prestigious college sport in America. And in my opinion, you can do this. If you're going to slam 4 teams in this small, minuscule playoff, which thank the Lord they're expanding, they're late on that. But if you're going to shove 4 teams in there, it has to be the most deserving. If you want to go the best route, whatever, that's not the correct route in my opinion. You got to go most deserving. Either way, the committee got it wrong. If you want to go the best 4 teams that are the, overall best offense, best defense, best overall, you take Michigan, Texas, Alabama, and Georgia. I'm sorry, Washington, being an undefeated conference champion, they're going to be an underdog to any of those 4 teams on a neutral site. And that's how you get the best 4, in my opinion. So if they were going the best 4, which they said they were, they got it wrong. But if you do it correct and you do the most deserving, it's very easy. You have 3 undefeated Power 5 conference champions, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State. And then you throw in Texas because Texas beat Bama.
Fuck. You got muted too.
I muted myself. That was my fault.
And now the bottom says blank. Why does the bottom say blank?
I don't know.
That was really weird.
I'm telling you, man, the Martians are coming for us.
What is happening? Shaggy's Wi-Fi is bugging so hard that it's breaking fucking StreamYard. Oh, right in the middle of the rant. God damn it. All right, well, maybe he'll come back. But anyway, he did write about this, guys. Go check it out at bettingnews.com. It's seriously a really, really good read. He kind of dives in.
Now I'm even more pissed off, all right? I don't know where I left off, but the 4 most deserving teams are the 3 undefeated teams in Texas because they beat Bama. This is horse shit. These kids are playing for a national title. The committee screwed Florida State. They've got 100 other players on that team. Just because Jordan Travis went down, it sucks. They're not one of the best 4 teams, but they deserve a shot at the national title for going 13-0. But bam. That's how I really
Washington have to play by different rules.
Feel.
FSU has to play by different rules. It's kind of bullshit. And there he goes again.
Fuck.
This is unreal. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh, okay. I was about to leave, dude. I was about to leave. I let out a couple explicitives and almost hit that leave button real quick.
Oh, well. Did you leave any explicitives? You just said, by the way, expletives. Did you leave any expletives in your article?
No, I didn't know if I was allowed to.
The bosses say yes sometimes.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
think I threw a freaking in there.
Oh wow! Oh, naughty
Yeah,
Shaggy! Oh, naughty! So naughty!
Watch out.
Yes. Did you guys see this? So a couple things about this before we move on from this topic. Go read, like I said, go read the scribbles. It's a really good article. Also kind of gives you a preview about the games of the 4 teams that did make it. Shaggy put down, but talks a little bit about this as well. Read it while you're sitting on the John, hanging out.
It's a good toilet read, for sure.
It is a good toilet read. Oh, absolutely. And I say that with the most respect, obviously. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see this? That he basically said he wished he got fucked his shit up earlier in the season so they could prove that they didn't need him. I also saw a really good comparison as well. I think it was, I can't remember what account it was from specifically, saying that it was the same type of logic as imagine if the Eagles were not allowed to make the playoffs the year that Carson Wentz was the MVP and he tore his ACL. Right. Like they weren't allowed to go into the playoffs, but then they ended up winning the Super Bowl that season with Nick Foles as their backup. It's the same type of logic of that particular concept.
It's kind of insane to me that college football works like this, man. There's no other league that I can point to and say that it operates like this. Not even I guess March Madness, but even that makes more sense because they're selecting the best teams in college basketball to make that tournament, right? And it's 64 teams, right? So not really often the teams get left out. Would you say the deserving teams, right? What the fuck brought this on? Why is this how it works?
There was also a really cool rant of Mike Leach from 2017.
Yep.
We're also didn't Mike Leach pass away? I'm not making that up, right? Okay.
Nah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. I was going to say the whole Bob Barker thing again. I just want to make sure. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. But Mike Leach basically said this in 2017. He was like, "I've got a good idea. Let's have a committee that no one knows fucking shit about college football, and let's have them decide what the best teams are." That sounds like a great idea. We don't need to play the season. We don't need to do anything.
Right.
Just get out there and you guys decide who the best 4 teams are, and we'll just skip all the rest of it. I'm paraphrasing, but it's the same concept. It's such a wacky situation. As you said, thank God this won't happen again next season because they're expanding it. Should have happened a season earlier, but sorry for all that.
Picture of all those guys sitting in the room, like the college football playoff committee sitting in the room watching the game. It was going around on Twitter. They're all sitting in one room in these chairs watching the game. And I was like, you guys have to watch them watch the game and make sure that they're watching the game. Is that what's happening here?
Right, exactly. We got to document that.
Yeah.
They basically go to a getaway for a weekend. Probably all sit around drinking fucking whiskey and having a great time. And then they're like, oh yeah, these 4 teams. That sounds good. And
the game didn't look like anybody wanted to be there. It's fucking quiet, just sitting there. I guess they're trying to focus on the game, but obviously the way the fucking teams came out, were not focused on the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're being paid off. I mean, it does come down to the fact that Alabama's going to put more butts in seats. We talked about this on a couple of days on Sunday. Is it yesterday? We talked about this yesterday, but anyway.
Gross. Speaking of butts and seats, though, so I mean, if expansion was this year and it was 8 teams, you would have some incredible matchups. I mean, you'd essentially have number 1 Michigan versus Ohio State. Any college football fan is going to be a fan of that game. You'd have a Washington-Oregon trilogy with the 2 versus 7. You get Florida State and Georgia at the 3-6, and then you get Texas and Bama rematch at the 4-5 matchup. So the 8-team expansion, man, they really needed it this year. This year would have been perfect for it from a college football perspective.
So
I go lagging again.
I hope it comes back. I want 8 teams and no more committee.
There I go lag. Oh, there I go.
You're back.
I'm back.
But I was going to ask, is it 8 teams next year and no committee? Is it going to be more?
It's 12, and I can't remember how they're doing it exactly, but it's 12 teams, top 4 get a bye.
Okay.
And yeah, FSU plays Georgia, and they're a 2-touchdown dog.
I would be tempted to maybe press the FSU plus 14 button, but I feel like that might be the trappiest of trap lines because everybody and their mother's going to bet FSU now.
Bro, and bowl games are just so tricky with the transfer portal and people opting into the NFL draft, and you never know who's playing until right before kickoff. So it's like the NBA. Actually, you guys might enjoy it.
Whoa, Shaggy from the fucking top rope. Oh, baby.
My internet's got me pissed off, okay?
Fucking got me, Shaggy.
Oh my God. Also, welcome to our new guys joining the stream right now, W Chef T. Thank you so much for stopping by today for your afternoon Betspresso. We are going through what happened this weekend, and then we're going to dive in and give you guys some best bets. If you've never been here before, thanks for stopping in. Drop your plays in the chat. Keep vibing, and we're going to get to everything and give you guys some winners later in the show. Hope you guys are enjoying everything. If you are, give us a follow. Do this every day. All right, let's keep rolling. FSU got hosed. Let's go to the professionals. Speaking of those Eagles from Big Dick Nick, Eagles fall. Man, oh man, the Eagles got the fucking break speed off them. They got beat so bad that their fucking security guard got kicked out of the game. Brock Purdy and company dismantled the Eagles yesterday in Philadelphia, made them their little bitches. We talked about this game on the show. V, I know you leaned a little bit with the Eagles. I kind of leaned that way too. I thought this game was going to be a lot closer than it was, but the 49ers put nuts on table and said, no, we are the better team. And they proved it all game long. What do you guys think about this game? What do you think that it kind of means for the NFC moving forward? Are the Niners your favorite team in the NFC right now because of this situation, or do you think it's still the Eagles division or the Eagles conference?
I think Shaggy's frozen again, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he's gone. I'll just ask you then.
After last night, I think it's got to be the Packers. No, I'm just kidding. Right? No. This Eagles team, like I leaned with them. I thought they'd come out fired up a little bit and with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, but they came out flat in so many ways. I'm so glad that I didn't end up actually taking them on the money line or anything like that. But this Niners team, man, Debo, 3 touchdowns. He backed up that shit he was talking. Ayuk came out, he scored a touchdown, whether you think that was a catch or not. I don't think there was enough to overrule that, but it was a good game. And I think it just kind of gave the Eagles a little bit more motivation come playoff time when these two teams finally do probably meet up, you know?
This very well could be a preview of the NFC Championship game. I mean, the Lions are up there as well, obviously, but I think this is the two best teams in the conference, and the 49ers made them look. Yeah. Also, did you see that Debo was wearing fucking black Air Force Ones yesterday? If I'd have known that, I would have nuked him.
Somebody did. Somebody saw that and bet his 3 touchdowns, and they won.
Nuked it. They fucking nuked it, and they should have. I mean, it was such a good play. Hovey and I were actually chatting about that the night before. It was always Debo and CMC touchdowns. Hope you played that, Hovey. Did you actually play that? Because we were talking about it. But yeah, interesting game. This game ended up being a blowout, which probably not many people expected. Great for Niners fans, tough for football. I'm sure the Eagles are going to pick themselves up and come back and be just fine for the rest of the season. But got to be a little concerning if you're a Philadelphia fan. They didn't look very good. But I've said this about this team before with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is really, really good in this offense. He operates it really well. As long as everything goes on schedule, as long as they stay kind of cooking, right? If they get behind like they did yesterday and it turns into, they got to score a couple touchdowns to really get back in the game and the other team still got the foot on the gas, they're in trouble. And we saw what happens yesterday. We're going to see kind of how that plays out for the rest of the season for the NFC. All right, let's keep it moving. I'm going to try to save this last bit for Shaggy if he does end up joining us again. We can talk a little bit about the Texans. Texans got the job done yesterday. We talked about it. They outlasted the Broncos in Houston yesterday for big AFC win for the Texans. Man, the Texans just keep winning, dude. They just keep fucking winning games, beating the Broncos yesterday. Them and the Colts are right behind the Jaguars, who play tonight on Monday Night Football in the AFC South. The Titans are completely out of contention. Godspeed. So what do you think about this Texans team, man? We've been talking about it a lot on this on Gridiron Gang on Sundays. I think this team's legit, man. I think I'd much rather watch this team play in a playoff spot rather than the Colts in comparison to watching both of these teams yesterday. What do you think about the Texans, man?
If only there was a committee to put in the Texans over the Colts, right?
Right? Oh, to bring us full circle. Yeah, where's the committee for that, you fuckers?
Dude, I love this Texans team. You, me, Shaggy, Sook, we all agreed on it yesterday, man. That was one of the, I think, sharpest calls that we had, the Texans yesterday. I really love this team. I think CJ Stroud is every bit as good as advertised, maybe even fucking better. He was hampered last week. I know he went down. He kind of came up with a limp, still finished out that game. He did the same thing yesterday. He went out for 2 plays, kind of limping a little bit, came right back in the game, finished it off. And dude, I really would love to see this team in the playoffs. I would love to see CJ Stroud and what he can do. We've seen him play from behind. We've seen game-winning drives. We've seen big play capability. Prayers up for Tank Dell. He never should have been on the goal line on that play, man. That was just so dumb. But prayers up, wishing him a speedy recovery, and I hope he comes back stronger than he was, I just really think it's a big shot for the Texans team and their playoff hopes. That connection that him and CJ Stroud had was special.
I mean, the thing about it is obviously Tank Dell. Also, shout out Tank Dell. It sucks he got hurt so bad, but like he was the one leg of our lotto that we needed, which was pain. Because I think if he would have played the whole game, he would have fucking cashed. Nico Collins went bonkers yesterday and torched the Broncos because their secondary is terrible. So it sucks for Tank Dell how great of a season he was having. But Nico Collins is also really, really, really good, dude. I can't even remember Brown. Oh yeah. I'm sure you loved joining Mush right at that time, baby. Also, welcome
Mush back. And Sandy had a day yesterday. I will say that.
Oh, yeah. Love to see. I think a lot of people cleaned up in the NFL yesterday.
Well, I just mean like Packer fans and Niner fans. They had a fun day.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Oh, they had a great day. He's here to talk his shit, too. What's the units? Where are the units at tonight, Mush? Because you've been fucking just spanking one play. What's the one play for the night, man? Yeah, I agree. I like this team. I would much rather watch them. I'm sorry, Landon. I would much rather watch them. Fuck, the comments are going so fast I can't click one. I'd much rather watch them than the Colts if that ends up being the situation. But we're going to find out for the rest of the season. But really, really fun team. CJ Stroud's been awesome. Their defense is playing really well. D'Amico Ryans has this team playing really, really good football. So fun to see kind of what happens. Big win yesterday against Broncos country. Let's ride. They did not ride yesterday. All right, last one. We got to talk about it, even though he's not here. The Cheeseheads prevailed last night on Sunday Night Football. Taylor Swift in the house. Didn't fucking matter. Can't beat the referees, I guess. They some very controversial calls last night on Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs fall to the Packers in Lambeau Field last night. Massive win for the Packers. They really needed that game to kind of stay afloat in the NFC playoff picture. The Chiefs faltered a little bit. Didn't quite get the job done. They didn't look great. I think that they you can blame the refs. We're going to talk about it in a second. However, the Chiefs didn't look very good and the Packers played really well. So, you got to kind of put it up. You got to say that the Packers did deserve to win, but man, there were some awful refereeing decisions yesterday in that game throughout the whole day, but in that game especially. I don't know. That last drive was awful, but that pass interference penalty at the very end that was not called was probably the most egregious non-pass interference penalty maybe I've ever seen watching the NFL. What do you think?
Definite PI, definite refereeing mistakes in that game yesterday. But like you said, the Chiefs are the ones that lost that game. 6 points in the first half, not going to cut it. You're the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Traveling to Green Bay, playing in the cold. Yeah, I get it. But it's not like Kansas City is warm. We know they've played in frigid temperatures consistently throughout their careers. Everybody on this team, right? MVS should have caught that ball, I think still, but that PI was super tough. I just think that 6 points against the Packers team that was doing whatever they wanted to your defense. I think Jordan Love is the one of three maybe, or the only quarterback to throw 3 touchdowns against the Kansas City Chiefs this season. Their defense has been elite, and Jordan Love made them look like a peewee football team out there in the first half, slicing them up. They didn't punt once in that first half. The Chiefs couldn't stay on the field offensively either. You can look at whoever you want. I know there was a couple of calls, but there was some stupid penalty calls in the red zone too that they took, holding calls, putting themselves from first and goal, going back to first and goal from like the 15, 16 yard line. It's plays like that are just not going to get the job done. And I really feel that like they just weren't checked in fully to that yesterday's game, and it showed that the Packers just kind of wanted it more. And like Gerald said in chat, this is what it feels like when you're playing the Packers, right? Or it's not playing the Packers, when you're playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the team that usually get those calls, Super Bowl champs, Patrick Mahomes, darling of the league, et cetera, et cetera. This happens. It's happened for the Bills. It's happened all over the league. But the Chiefs didn't put themselves in a good position to win yesterday's game, plain and simple.
Yeah. I mean, again, there were some terrible refereeing decisions that could have swung that game, which always fucking irks my soul. Just as a casual fan watching this game with no side to side tied to it specifically, I hate when a refereeing decision dictates the outcome of a game. If it happens in the middle of the game, there are other things that happen that kind of change the outcome. But those particular calls, the one against Mahomes that got called could have changed the outcome of that game. And then the one not on MVS also change the outcome of that game. Those are the types of decisions that should not be happening in today's NFL. I was saying to Shaggy before we got started, which is a good we'll kind of cap this off on the weekend that was edition here. I don't know what you guys think about this. I want to see what you guys think about this in chat. I think that the way they should change the rules on how things are reviewed. Now, I think that it's really, really stupid that we live in 2023 and that we can watch everything exactly on every single angle in high definition. There's 70,000 cameras watching these games. And there are some plays in football that have been deemed unreviewable. Why the fuck are some plays unreviewable and some plays aren't reviewable? If there's a play that happens, like this PI call, correct, right? If you say, okay, this was a play that is going to possibly change the outcome of the game, you should be able to challenge that play. Then the referee can go and look at it. They can consult with the other referees, and they can make the appropriate decision that should be made to make sure that the right call is made. I just don't understand what qualifies a play that is non-reviewable. It's never really been described to me. I don't really understand. I think it's just one of those things they established in the rule book before reviewing things was an option with proper replays. This should be something that you should just make everything reviewable. You still have the same amount of challenges, so it's not like you can just fucking challenge everything. But if something is wrong and you think it's wrong, just challenge that shit. And if it's wrong, they look at it, they fix it, and they move on. If it's not wrong, whatever. But the same rules apply. Everything should be challengeable because then you don't have the situations like this where there's the controversy associated to all of it. So, I mean, it's just a thought that I've always had watching sports. I kind of had it land last night. I was like, why the fuck can't this be looked at? Like, this should just be able to be looked at. And they should be able to just find the right move and make that move, make the call, and we move on and everybody's happy. You know, they'll find something else to bitch about for sure. But what do you think? Do you think that's a good way to do things? Do you understand why things are reviewable and not reviewable?
I don't understand why some things are reviewable and not others. I would say, yeah, just review everything, but I would still keep the same number of challenges and reviews and things like that, because I do kind of agree with Gerald here. It does take away from the product a little bit when you're just reviewing every single thing all the time. You know what I mean? And I think that same thing will happen in the NFL. But if you have challenges, if those exist, why not review things like this, especially where it doesn't look like it'll take a long time? You know what I mean? It's not going to take a long time. Even the penalty before that, the personal foul that Mahomes got for getting hit on that first down run. You remember that? It was like maybe a couple plays before that one. I just think that that one, same thing, same energy, should have been reviewed. I don't think that was a personal foul or unnecessary roughness. They're fighting for every single inch in that situation. Last drive of the game, marching downfield, and we've seen that same hit in the NFL not called before, right? So things like that, why not just review them? Why not give teams that chance? I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, fighting for every inch. Pause. Yeah, I mean, it's a rant that we could talk about. Sorry, go. What did you say?
Nothing. Let's keep going.
It's a rant that we could probably have a conversation ad nauseum, but it's definitely. I think you just that's the way to do it. See, we're solving the world's problems on Afternoon Betspresso. Roger Goodell just needs to watch this show, and then we will fix his issues that he might have. All you got to do is give them the same amount of challenges, allow everything to be reviewable, and you move on. Same, plain and simple. Lemon squeezy. Fighting for what? Chopstick gets it. What's up, Chopstick 423? Love that name. Let's go. DeVito is the future. Yep, facts. Cool. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys all being here. That was a little bit of a recap of the weekend that was. What was the craziest thing that you guys saw out there this weekend? Drop them in the chat if it was something we talked about, or was it something that we didn't talk about? Some NBA action happened, some NHL, all different types of things. Drop what you guys think was the craziest thing that happened this weekend. Ooh, thoughts on the Pistons taking a shot at trading for LaVine? He ain't going there.
I don't think it solves any of their issues at all. It just gives them a different type of issue, I think. You know what I mean? I don't understand what he does. What he brings
they would just then have an expensive problem, more than just a problem at this point. All right, well, that's a good transition. Let's go ahead and talk. We're going to talk about the NBA tonight, the two NBA games. We're going to talk about the NFL Monday Night Football game between the Jaguars and the Bengals. And then we are going to, when Shaggy does maybe eventually join us after he throws his router outside and shakes it out and brings it back inside, we will talk about what's going on in the college basketball world. Otherwise, let's dive into the NBA games tonight, V. First up, your Celtics taking on the Pacers tonight in Indiana. It is still a 5.5 point spread. I am seeing right now 244.5, I believe, is the total.
Yep,
that I'm looking at right here. What are you kind of seeing with this game? We talked about it a lot in Spaces. If you guys have joined our Spaces, please feel free to. Basket Case, we run them every day on Twitter. They're electric. You guys were probably there earlier. Loved it. We're going to talk about this game some more. Now that you've dug a bit deeper into this game, man, what are you kind of thinking with this elimination game tonight?
So, dude, I was really looking at this over, and it's now up to 246. That's what I'm seeing live right now.
Shit.
It's climbing. I think it was at 240, 241 last night, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but man, oh man, it just seems like so many points. I know this Pacers team doesn't play any defense. I'm just kind of worried about what kind of environment this quarterfinal game is going to have. It being the first quarterfinal ever of the in-season tournament, is this going to be the kind of game where it's a defensive game where the Celtics kind of come out with this playoff mentality where they want to clamp down on this Pacers team? Or is it going to be the kind of environment that we've seen in the in-season tournament so far where it's high scoring and teams are just scoring a lot of points? I'm really not sure what we're going to get here, but I do have a POD in this game, and I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by it, but it's Jason Tatum. Over 31.5 points. I'm taking the 35. I'm taking the 40. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just think that post-ejection, yes, that narrative. Hovey brought up a sick point today. I didn't even look into that. He's been ejected once in his career, had 42 the next game. Shout out Hovey's props. Make sure you guys go follow him on Twitter. But I love Tatum today. I just think that he presents so many matchup problems for this Pacers team. The Pacers are currently almost ranked 22nd or worse against every single position in points allowed. It's just because of how bad their defense is. But against the power forward position, they're giving up the 25th most points. They're giving up the 25th most threes in the last 7 games, and they just don't have an answer for it. I think Tatum presents a huge matchup problem. Nobody on this Pacers team has the size to guard him, and if they do have the size, they're not fast enough to guard him, right? So I just think that Tatum presents a huge problem with this in-season tournament on the line, everything that's going on today. I think Tatum comes out in a big way tonight. Over 31.5 is probably my favorite play tonight. I'm laddering him to 40, SPJ. I have no reason not to.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, I mean, like you said, Hovey brought up some excellent points about JT tonight. High total. This game, if you think this game's going to soar, JT is going to have a lot to do with that. This feels like a very big JT game. I 100% agree with you. Yep, respect, game, honors game. Whoa. Holy Spirit, activate. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, and he dipped. Literally, Sook was here for a second, and then he left.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, where'd he go? Come back. We got Shaggy, though.
Am I back?
Sounds like it.
We'll cross our fingers.
Everybody in chat, cross the fingies and the toes. Hope you stay around. Did you reset everything, or did you just? Hey, what's up, Fredward? Stop chewing on the cables, Freddie.
Yeah, bro. Oh no.
Catch that. Could you try again?
No, Siri.
Yeah, could you try again?
Could you try again, Siri?
Stop listening, Siri. Eavesdropping all the time.
He's such a bitch, dude. Yeah, I'm convinced. I actually put it in a lot of myself. I sent it to you guys. I really like this little 5-legger. I did put Jason Tatum. I was going to say Justin Tatum. That's weird. Jason Tatum over 32.5 points. Yeah, Freddie got any picks? What's Freddie got for us, Shags?
Oh, bro, Freddie got some picks, dude.
Alabama over.
Alabama soaring over.
Ooh, what about this? Tatum 45 plus for plus 1,000.
Ooh,
worth a sprinkle. This could be a legendary game night for him. I do kind of have a sneaky weird feeling that could be the case. I like this play. I like it a lot. We talked about it earlier. I like the over too. I know we talked about it. I know it's moved a little bit higher, but this game could fucking soar, dude. Yep. Check the logs. Tatum owns the Pacers. He really does. He's hit his points, regular point line, I think, in 4 or 5 straight games versus Indiana, and they ain't stopping shit. They are stopping literally nobody right now. Cool. All right, now we got Shaggy back. Let's take a pause from the NBA, go to the college kiddos, and then we'll come back to the NBA and talk about the last game of the night, and then we'll talk about football. We'll go bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. All right, Shags, what you got for us from the college kids?
Yes, sir. Well, I did write about both of them, so go peep the scribbles. But I did sell one of them in Spaces earlier, Arkansas State and Alabama, over 164.5. I actually got 163.5 at 165. I would still play it. I'd play it about 167. There are going to be a ton of points. Both these teams are just track stars, both top 63 in pace. They both account for 10 threes per game, and they both do not defend the perimeter well at all. Arkansas State allows opponents to shoot 32% from deep. Alabama allows opponents to shoot 35.
God damn it. Mother of pearl. All right, well, you're right in the middle of the beautiful sell job, and there it goes. Well, you guys can see the play on the bottom of the screen. Arkansas State, Alabama, over 164.5. He sold it in spaces today as well. And then San Jose State University versus North Dakota State University, under 137.5. Luckily for you guys, you can go peep the scribbles at bettingnews.com. You can check out the entire analysis of this game, both of these games. Go check it out over there. Otherwise, when he comes back, maybe he'll be able to sell it a bit more to you. But those are the two plays on the college props. Like I said, go to bettingnews.com. You can read the rest of his plays on there for free, boys and girls. It's free. Free. You ain't got to pay a thing. So we'll get back to that if he comes back. All right, let's dive into this last game tonight then, man. Talk about the Kings taking on the Pelicans. I think it's still a 3.5 point spread. What is the over-under in that game? I didn't actually look at that number.
235.
235 game of the night. I'm really excited.
238 now. Holy shit! Both these overs are swinging.
Sheesh. I'm really excited for both of these games tonight, man. I think it's going to be some really solid, good basketball. Pelicans versus the Kings.
Hey,
there he is. That's not Shaggy. That's Sook.
Oh, sorry.
I think he's getting grabbing something. There it is.
He's fapping over there. Perfect timing.
Bro, got too excited. Didn't have my mic up, my fucking anything plugged in, nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck the Wi-Fi. I know. You can just hang and chat. I mean, try to figure it out and get back in here if you can. But we got Sook now, so that's cool. Put some pants on, Sook. Come on. Can we get a W pant check? Can we get a pant check?
We can do it. We can do it.
This is quality television, boys and girls. All right.
You standing on the chair? That's
Imagine
dangerous.
him fucking fall. Oh,
I got pants.
They're probably
I got pants.
That's all he wears.
I got pants. All right. Well, perfect. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. Shaggy is sexy. Don't discount yourself like that. Betting news is just a team sport. I saw that you needed to get tagged in. I tagged in. I got you. If you come back, I'll bounce out.
Teamwork makes the motherfucking dream work. Also, did you like moisturize extra and get your beard all fresh? You look very fresh today.
No, I think the fucking light is just on for once. Usually I got that light off.
Okay. And you got the chain too, so came prepared today, even though you didn't know. What a fucking
quarterfinals, but he's snazzed up for today.
Oh, I'm vibing. I was like trying to get in here when you're talking about the Celtics. When I heard Tatum's name, I was like, yeah, man, the kid's 19. He's gonna have 40. Let's go.
Let's fucking get it. Well, you're in perfect timing to talk about the Kings and the Pels. 3.5 point favorites tonight with the Kingies towards the Kings in Sacramento tonight. Over under set at now 2. Did you say 235? 236? Yeah.
I'm seeing 238.5 now.
238 now.
Fucking Jesus Christ. 238.5. They are just thinking these games are gonna fucking cruise. So insanity. I have a play in this game, probably my favorite play of the game of all the games tonight. I'll talk about my play really fast before we kind of talk about what we're thinking for this game specifically. Give me Jonas Valanciunas over 14.5 points and assists. I'm actually going points and assists. I got over 14.5 minus 120. Now he could hit this line just with his points. Very easily. Mm-hmm. He's been scoring really, really well for this Pelicans team right now. He's playing really good basketball. However, against the Kings, his last 7 times playing against the Kings, that dates back to last season, even the season before that, he has hit this over 14.5 points and assist line in every single game. Sometimes covering it with just points. He usually gets a couple of assists, maybe 2 or 3. Sometimes even a little 4 guys are in there. I love this points and assist line. I also looked at his PRA. His PR is a fine look too. If you wanted to take that route, maybe just his points. Anything Valanciunas tonight feels like a really good spot to me. He's been playing great. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a good matchup for him against Sabonis. Last point on this before we can talk about the game in general. Sabonis is from Lithuania. Jonas Valanciunas is also from Lithuania. Both of these guys are Lithuanian. They play differently against each other when they are playing European counterparts. We've talked about this with Embiid, Jokic, Giannis. These guys come and play a little bit differently when they're playing down low against their European or non-American counterparts. I think Sabonis and Valanciunas are just going to go toe-to-toe tonight. Probably talk some fucking Lithuanian trash to each other and go ham. So I love Jonas Valanciunas tonight over 14.5 PA. I like his points. If you want to ladder that, I like that option. I also like his double plus 120. I think it got brought up in Spaces earlier today. He's had a double in 9 of his last 10 games versus the Kings, or 6 of his last 7 games for sure. So absolutely love the spot for Valanciunas tonight. Really, really like this game in general. There were some other ones I was kind of peeping at, but gents, what do you guys think about this game?
V, you want to unmute yourself and go, or should I?
I was going to let you go first since you just popped in.
I was just going to say, I love the JV play today. I know I missed Spaces, but I'm sure lots of guys were on it because the dudes in Spaces are sharp. I know Jay's prop is in the chat. He's got JV too. I love JV here. Last game against the Pels, he barely played, but he still finished with 13 boards and 7 assists and 10 points in just 21 minutes. This Sacramento team is getting beat up by bigs. They got beat up by Rudy Gobert and Cat, who both had double-doubles against them. This Kings team, I do like them. We love D-Fox. He's the clutch guy in the league. We're huge fans of him, obviously. But if we're as bettors, a JV prop tonight, I love the PA. I love the points. I don't know exactly what the points was. I think it was a little juiced, but I love JV tonight. V, are you going to talk us off the ledge, or are you going to help us climb up on it?
No, I'm on the ledge. I already have coins on JV today, but I think the one guy we haven't talked about is Zion in this matchup. And so you were the one that kind of drew my attention to this earlier in the season when I bet the Kings against the Pelicans twice and lost both times. Only Zion played one of those matchups. But man, oh man, they did not have an answer for this guy. They were throwing all kinds of defensive schemes at him. Keegan Murray, too slow. Harrison Barnes, not strong enough. It doesn't matter who you're going to match up with Zion. They don't have somebody that can equal him. You look at his prior game logs versus the Kings. He's averaging 25.5 points per game, and he's shooting 68%. What that's telling me is that his shots are coming at the rim. He's not taking jump shots. He's not settling for floaters. He's finishing at the hoop, and we know that he's one of the best finishers in the game and one of the best players from within 4 feet, 5 feet since Shaq. I'll fucking say it. It's just the numbers he puts up in the paint there. He finishes everything through contact, and one doesn't matter. I really feel that his over 23.5 line tonight is pretty fucking low. He's hit this in 5 of 6 matchups with the Kings in his career. Only once he had 17 when he shot 6 of 13. And I just don't think Zion's going to have a game where he comes out and shoots 50%. It's the in-season tournament. You know what I mean? There's money on the line. The team wants this win. I really, really like him tonight.
I want to pivot, or I want to piggyback off of what you're talking about with Zion, because I also looked at Zion in this matchup. I liked his assists over 4.5. It's kind of been a wagon this season. Yeah. We've been kind of, he's back. We're just not going to, Shag, I'm just not going to talk to you. We're just going to keep talking, and maybe it's just, we don't acknowledge it. We'll just keep going. We're moving. We're grooving. Zion. So in his last 10 games, Zion has hit his assists in 8 of his last 9 games at over 4.5, at the over 4.5 number. She fumbled the bag. Fumbled. I love the 4.5 assists. I also really like BI. I know that I think I haven't seen it on my timeline, but apparently Chef was saying earlier today that he saw a lot of BI love on the timeline, over 21.5 points. He's had 22 plus points in 6 of his last 7 games versus the Kings. I love BI. One of my favorite hoopers to watch personally. I think that he could definitely get the job done tonight, maybe even have 25 plus. So I like what you said about Zion tonight, V. I think Zion could have a good game. I like his PA too. If you wanted to kind of take the points and the assist, over 29.5 is the number I'm seeing for that one. Like that line too. I like a lot of props in this game. I was looking at quite a few different things.
I think to answer Hovey's question about his line at 21.5, the reason I think is because when CJ is back in this lineup, it's kind of like the Celtics team. It's hard to tell where the usage is going to exactly come from, right? You've got CJ sitting at 17.5, a line that he hits so often, it's kind of ridiculous that the line's there. BI at 21.5, a guy that's averaging well over 21 points per game, and then Zion at 23.5. Because I think Trey Murphy also coming back into the lineup with his minutes up in the air, big question mark. He was a big piece for this Pelicans team last season, and he's been sorely missed this year. Probably their best outside shooter and their best three-point threat, right? He's only played 22 minutes in his return. I think that his minutes are still up in the air with his points line and his threes line. He's a guy that sits at 3.5 threes, not 2.5 threes, right? His points line at 10.5 also doesn't make any sense. He put up 18 in 22 minutes. If the usage is there, he'll put up points. I just think that the books don't know where to put everybody's line, and usually in situations like this, it benefits us.
Yeah.
Can I say something about Trey Murphy? We talked about this in Spaces, but I just want to address this because you're right. He could not play 20 to 25. He could only play 15 minutes or something. He may not play that much at all. However, I took the plunge and played this 10.5 points prop because he has 15 plus points in 10 straight games. You could also take his PRA if you wanted to at 13.5. He's also hit that with just his points in 10 straight games. It just feels like they don't know where to set this line, like you said, because they don't know exactly how much he's going to play. Could it be a trap? Absolutely. Am I willing to take it? Could it be fucking free? Absolutely. I'm taking that prop. That's another prop I have on my card. I posted it on my Twitter, over 10.5 points for Trey Murphy. I like what you had to say about that. It was a good point brought up in Spaces today. I looked at it and definitely playing that for sure. What do we think about the Kings side of things? And then we'll dive back in. I don't want to jinx it, Shags. I'm just going to let it sit for a minute, and then we'll dive back in and let you finish your CBB stuff. What do we think about the Kings side of things here, guys? Do you think De'Aaron Fox can continue his hot play, even though he hasn't done very well against the Pels statistically in past matchups?
Yes. Simple answer. Absolutely. I don't know if it was a defensive thing, Slick. I think you could speak more to it because I know that matchup with Herb Jones is definitely not a fucking easy one, right? So if you want to speak more on that, it's just, for me, it's the narrative of De'Aaron Fox showing up in big games, right? He saw Andrew Wiggins in the playoffs last year, and I'm not saying you can't shut down a guy every single game. I don't think that there's any defender in the league that hasn't had, like, even guys like Shane Battier and Tony Allen had Kobe put up 40, 50 on them at times, right? There's going to be games like that. You gotta, I don't know how to read this game, but I really feel like Fox shows up in big games, and he's done it over the last couple of years from what we've seen. What's your look here? Do you think that Herb Jones kind of keeps him in check again?
That's the thing here with this Pelicans team. I don't think it's just Herb Jones. I think a lot of people look at this team, they look at the box scores, but when you actually watch this team, they like to throw a lot of different looks at guys. They like to not just stick you. Like Jose Alvarado, I can't remember if he's off the injury report, but they're going to see a lot of switching. They're going to see a lot of different guys on De'Aaron Fox tonight, be it the lengthier guys like Trey Murphy on the switch. I know Trey Murphy is usually listed as a forward, but he definitely plays that guard spot for this Pelicans team.
Trey Murphy's lengthy, eh?
Yeah.
Pause.
Trey Murphy is lengthy. Zion and Herb Jones are girthy. And then some other guys like Jose are stumpy. So they got it all covered in the Pelicans. But I'm scared for the Kings tonight. I actually am. This is the Pelicans team that low-key for the last 2 years has been really good. They haven't won anything. They haven't really had any crazy games. Zion's never had 60 points or anything. But they just keep chugging along with all these injuries. And that scares me for this Kings team tonight, who really, really relies just purely on that offense, whereas the Pelicans can give it to you on both ends of the floor. So I'm scared for Fox. I'm kind of going to stay off Fox, but I'm definitely going to build a little parlay with Zion for sure, including those assists and points.
I feel
all right, Sook.
Sorry, SPJ, but Sook's point about length is important here. What other starting five can you think of that presents like Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, BI, and CJ McCollum? Those four guys, not even Zion, right? Of course, defensively, it's going to be harder to get through for those guys, especially a guy like Fox that operates in the mid-range.
Mm-hmm. I played De'Aaron Fox's PRA purely because he's been going fucking bonkers. And if the Kings are going to hang around in this game, I think it's just going to be on the back of another big game from De'Aaron Fox, man. Over 38.5 feels a little low. I mean, he could have a bonkers night and drop 35 or even 40 points. And then that's basically the PRA done right there. We've talked about this in season tournament a lot and how these players are kind of handling these games, which we didn't know how that was going to be with it being the first time we've seen this in midseason. But it seems like everybody's gunning for the fucking win, man. They want to go to Vegas. They want to win that 500K. They want this shit. And if you give these guys extra incentives, even if it is earlier in the season, they're going to ball out. So I'm going to ride with Fox. I love the PRA look. I have it on my card officially at over 38.5. I got it at -105. It's already moving to -115 now. I think Fox has a big game. I don't know if that means that the Kings are going to win this game for sure. I definitely agree with the points that you made that I think the Pels might have too much to handle for them overall. But I think that it's going to start and end with De'Aaron Fox for the Kings.
100%.
Last point about the in-season tournament, I think though I was thinking about this, the whole thing about running up the score and point differential and players and coaches complaining, I think that's super fucking soft right now because it's 4 games of the season, 4 games that your teams are going to play where score differential is going to matter that much. I don't think it's doing anything to ruin the game or respect the game, nothing like that. It's a 4-game sample size. There's got to be tiebreakers. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Sure.
I love it. I think it's fun, man. I think it's so much fun and it gives us an opportunity as bettors to take a whole bunch of overs, which we all fucking love to do.
Oh, it's my fucking favorite activity. It's a PRA, Vital. I like his PA too if you want to play it, but PRA was the one I went for the most. Fox over 38.5 PRA. Okay, now where's the Jagaloon? Oh, Coins wants to be fed the Jagaloon. There's been many pauses in this show. Whoa. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the college basketball. We're going to let you finish your sell job on your second play that you didn't get a chance to, and we're just going to not talk about it, and we're just going to keep going. So just go ahead.
Yeah, we're just going to not talk about it. So we got San Jose State and North Dakota State going against each other in Fargo, North Dakota. Now, it's very rare that you get 2 non-conference teams to play each other twice in a season. It's even more rare that it's back-to-back games for North Dakota State. North Dakota State, these 2 teams played a week ago, and North Dakota State lost by 13.
About a week ago.
The Spartans of San Jose State, they were 7.5-point favorites, won by 13. The total was 133.5. And it went over 143. So I'm taking the under tonight at 137.5. I lean with San Jose State catching the points on the road, even though these teams just played. It is a revenge spot at home for North Dakota State. However, I think this is going to be just a very defensive battle. North Dakota State allowed the Spartans to shoot 45% a week ago from deep, and that really hurt them. So obviously they're going to be very defensive minded, try and run this team off the 3-point line, limit the transition buckets, and really keep this low scoring. North Dakota State is a 3-point favorite. I think that is very trappy, but I would take the bait with I would be prone to take the bait with San Jose State and take the +3, but I like the under more. I think San Jose State's going to cool down from deep, and North Dakota State will figure out a way to stop them. So I like this one to go under 137.5.
We made it. Let's go.
We made it.
Sell job.
The whole sell job. We love it.
We love it. As I said before, go peep the scribbles, guys. Go check out the entire analysis at bettingnews.com. You can read everything that he's got over there. Beautiful. Also, W-Sook. W fucking team. W teammate. W teammate stepping in, taking it in. We love it. Slipping out. Love you guys. Finish strong. Let's fucking go. We love you, Sookie.
Tag team, don't they?
Oh, where's that Eiffel Tower when you need it? All right. Good stuff, Shags. As always, go tail the man on the college kiddos. Really like this over. I know you talked about it earlier today. Someone also mentioned it. You said it's moving and grooving. Mm-hmm. You're very sharp with these totals, and I don't know if I want to play that under personally, but nah.
I already did, but nah.
Yeah,
There's something different though. I will say about sweating out and under, where you're sitting there with your phone's calculator and you're adding up the scores so you can be scored. There's something to be said about that moment, and when it hits, holy shit, does it ever hit?
What's 56 plus 37? Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
And on the Bet365 screen, like it has that like live game in play stuff like that, man. There's no better feeling than sweating out and under and then seeing them go to the line and miss 2 free throws. Oh my god. It's just
that's the only time you like when the free throws get missed. That's
yes, sir.
All right, cool. Let's we talked about the in-season games for the NBA. We talked about some college basketball. Let's talk about this football game tonight, gents. We've got the game. interesting game tonight. 9.5-point spread here for the Bengals taking on the Jaguars in Duval in Jacksonville tonight. The Jaguars need to keep winning to stay at the top of the AFC, especially with the Chiefs losing yesterday. They have a chance to kind of make a further statement at the top of the AFC. Bengals, no Joe Burrow. Still have a little bit of hope. Obviously, they need to win this game for a big AFC win. 9.5-point favorites. Do you guys have any read on a side or a total in this game? I do have a prop that I like, but I want to hear what you guys think about this game and overall before we dive in.
I just have this gut feeling that Jamar gets in the end zone today. I'm just he's already in our lotto. We talked about this. I know nobody talked about him in spaces. I kind of threw him in our lotto just because I fucking wanted to. But I really just kind of believe in Browning. I know a lot of people are on his passing yards and things like that. I just think that he's been targeting Jamar so much. And I think that when you're in a rough spot like this where your QB1 goes down and you kind of have to lean on your backup now, because this Bengals team is not in here to lose games, right? They're not giving up on the season as much as everybody's given up on them. So I think that this is the time you need to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that's a big reason that Jamar Chase has been seeing the targets he's been seeing from Browning, right? Coaching decisions plus Browning also feeding into that same narrative. And I think that Jamar has a day today just because, man, oh man, the amount of bets on Jags money line that I have seen today, like just looking at betting splits, looking even on Jags minus 10.5 is alarming. You know what I mean? Like the money line, I understand. To me, I don't think the Bengals are going to win this game. That's a hard thing to call. But you can't tell me that in the NFL, a 10-point spread for a team that is still as talented as the Bengals are isn't kind of sus, right? Like Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, they're getting T. Higgins back, I think, or is it Tyler Boyd is back, but their full receiving core will be healthy tonight. So it's a tough spot, I think, for this Jaguars team to cover. But give me Jamar Chase, plus 220, get in the end zone tonight.
Tony, you like his yards too? We talked about the ladder on the spaces, but is over 59.5. Do you like the regular line?
I kind of do, but just because like my main reasoning is because the spread is so big, right? I really feel like Bengals put up 1 to 2 touchdowns at least in this game. Because of that, I'm gonna go with Jamar to get in the end zone because I love the fact that it can just hit in one play. Plus the plus 220 value allows me to put a little less money on it than maybe I would his yards.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Shags, what do you think, brother?
I agree. I think the 9.5 is probably a few too many points, but I wouldn't be willing to back the Bengals either. So I'd stay far away from the spread here. And I know primetime unders are a trend, but I kind of like this one to go over. I think we see some points. I think we see some touchdowns. It's a low total, 40.5. I mean, 24-17 gets you there. And that's what I could see this game ending as with the Jaguars' victory at home. So no, I think these two teams put up some points and we see this one go over. Maybe not by much, but 40.5 is too low for me.
The only primetime over we've seen this season, I think, was the Browns and Steelers. So,
yes.
Well, technically, Thursday Night Football went over with the Seahawks.
So I meant only Monday night primetime.
Monday night.
Oh, Monday
Right.
night. Yeah.
Monday night primetime over. Yeah, was the Bengals Steelers. So you can't tell me that fuckery doesn't exist in the NFL and that, like, this is exactly where it was born. This is where fuckery was born, and it was in the NFL. And we saw it last night with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm on the over. Austin's on the over. Diggs the
Let's
over.
go.
I also, both of these defenses are not very good. They're not great. They allow a lot of yards. I don't know if that going to translate to points necessarily, but I do think we see some offenses moving the football tonight. We just need the Bengals to kind of hang around for at least for this game to have some life, which I think they do. I kind of agree with you guys. I like the over. I think if I was going to play something, I would play the over. I agree with you. Hadn't even thought about that specific angle, but now that, guys, I've looked at the defensive and more of a props perspective, and both of these passing defenses are really bad. So for that narrative, I could see some couple touchdowns. As long as the Bengals can put up a few tutties and keep this game close for most of the game, I think that this one should go over. So I like that play.
Can somebody explain the Duval thing? What is this?
It's the county that Jacksonville's stadium is in. So it's the county that they're in. And so
like
it's their hashtag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, it's taking everything out of my soul to not say what I really want to say about it, but I'll just fucking bozos.
This guy.
fucking hate this team. They're so lame. I hate even saying it. That's why every time I say, I'm like, Duval, man. Bozos. Trevor Lawrence needs to cut his fucking hair. All right, moving on. Okay.
Tell me about this guy.
Yeah, great.
damn.
I know. Well, actually, Trevor Lawrence and I almost have like the exact same body type. He weighs like 30 or 40 pounds more than me, but he's also 6'5". So very simple. Yeah, just maybe not.
Oh my God.
Whoa, Jesus! Do you guys see this?
Oh, no way.
Grand Theft Auto leaked. X is exploding. Well, thanks for tuning in still with us, even though there's video games here to do. The trailer. Okay, it's just the trailer. Is fucking John Moran in there? That's what I heard.
Mikey Williams.
I have a play in this game. I do have a play that I like. I said it earlier in Spaces. I'll drop it in here for you guys as well. Joe Mixon, over 19.5 receiving yards. I love this line. This has a little bit of two things. It's actually hitting 4 of his last 5 games statistically. I like what he's going to do out of the backfield. I think that they're going to try to give him touches in space, whether it be screens, short out routes, design kind of, option routes to the outside for Mixon. They just want to get the ball in his hands. He had 40 yards last week on 2 catches. And I think Browning's going to have to get the ball out pretty quickly. This Jacksonville pass rush is pretty decent, but Jacksonville allows the 4th most passing yards in total, or receiving yards in general, to wide receivers. And they allow they are 31st in the league. They allow the 2nd most receiving yards to running backs. I love this 19.5 line. Oh, it went up to 20. Well, shit. I like it at 20 too. I take it there. I laddered it all the way to 40. You can't ladder it. I don't think you can do it on FD on the blue book. But I did it in some other places. I did it on the green book. I like this laddered option all the way up to 40. I really like this line. I like the 25 plus. I like the 30 plus. I think he should have a good game, maybe on the ground too. But I like the receiving yards a little better. So give me Joe Mixon over 19.5 receiving yards. I kind of agree with you, V. I like the Jamar Chase look the more that we talked about it earlier today, but I already had beans on Mixon, so I didn't want to double dip there. Do like that. I think that if I was going to ladder something, like the 100 plus for Chase feels kind of cheeky. But I really like the lines for Mixon. So give me over 19.5 receiving yards for Joe.
I like him to find the end zone.
Ooh.
Plus 140.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 140. Love it, man. Love it. Yeah, I like that too. I think that we kind of talked about it We kind of talked about it in Spaces that it's either going to be Mixon or Chase or both to score tonight. As chalky as that sounds, I feel like those are the guys that they're going to lean on when it gets down to it. And I think they could definitely. Where's Noah Gray?
You found the end zone.
Bro, Shag, me and Gerald had a fucking bet yesterday that included Noah Gray over 13.5 receiving yards.
Oh.
And watching this guy cash his probably 500 touchdown ticket on a 2-yard touchdown pass when Kelsey touchdown would have cashed a different lay for me was a different kind of pain.
Bro, you're telling me, dude. I had that anytime touchdown lay, 3 of 4 hit. The one that didn't was Jalen Waddle. No, the one that didn't hit was Jalen Waddle. I had Mostert and Tyreek Hill in a different parlay that also didn't hit, including a Christian Watson touchdown. So it went 3 out of 5 too.
Pain,
6 out of 9 winners, and I can't pair them right.
Dude, that's always how it goes, isn't it? Can't pair them right.
That's why you straight bet.
Speaking of that, I went 9 of 10 betting the NFL yesterday. I was 9-1 on all my props, and I parlayed them all together just for some fun. And I needed Jalen Waddle to have 17 more receiving yards to cash a plus 25,000 lotto, because everything I bet yesterday cashed except for Waddle. So I feel the same way about Jalen Waddle, man. Bozo. But it's okay. That's why we're here today. That's why you straight bet, like you said. I went 9-1. Love to see it.
Absolutely.
So. All right, let's cook something up. Today's a new day. So the Betspresso 3. How do we want to do this today, gents? Do we want to pick some stuff, or just want to do some pods? We could do that over in your Alabama game, Shaggy. I know the over has moved, but we could pop that in here if you want. I'm down to ride that if you're feeling good about it.
I still like it.
We could do the over. We could do Tatum 30 plus if we don't want to take the 31.5 for the Betspresso 3.
I like that too. And then do you guys want to do Mixon receiving yards, or do you want to do Jonas Valanciunas? I'm down for either, honestly. I like them both equally.
You tell us, dog.
Yeah, he's such a bozo. All right, JVPRA. Okay, Vital says J. Yeah, you guys, what do you guys think in chat of the different plays that I talked about from my different two? JV because the NFL is rigged. Okay, so that's 2 JV votes. Anything else you guys want to do? Mixon receiving yards or Jonas Valanciunas PA?
Which one would you rather ladder?
That's a good question. Probably neither, actually. I think I have some other ladders that I like better because you can't ladder Mixon on the blue book. They don't have his receiving yards to ladder unless they've added it. They didn't have it earlier. Let me see. Because if that's the case, I think I would like to ladder his receiving yards. JV. Okay.
Some JV.
Oh yeah, it is.
JV Lotto?
It is 20.5. Sheesh. I didn't like his PA for the lotto for a lotto reason because he usually just kind of creeps over it. He's been smacking recently. I do JV 30 plus points. Sheesh.
That is the lotto then. Like that's the lotto. It's just JV 30 plus points.
I was about to say you can just take that to the fucking bank. You're chilling. All right. Well, everybody in chat wants to do JV, so let's roll with chat then. So we got Shaggy. You've got your over here, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that many. Oh, it's so easy to find the games because there's not that many. Love that,
dude. I know, right?
I've got over 165.5 down.
Woo, 165.5.
You want to buy it down a little bit?
Buy it down to 164.5. Like,
sure. Yeah, I got 163 originally, or 163.5 originally. But yeah, let's buy it down. Why not? Give us some comfort.
I like comfort. I'm all for comfort. Where's the total points? Total points, odd, even. Wow, that's a weird bet. Total points are going to end odd or even. A true coin flip.
Right. Wow.
Somebody will probably try to tell you that that there's a logic to that, but there ain't.
No way.
Where's the alt total?
Yeah. Ooh, actually, they might not have it.
We might just have to ride with the 100. Are you saying it with your chest? Is this the play?
It is. The chest. Hey, and shout out Casey's picks for Michael Pittman yesterday. That receptions was air and one of my few winners. So appreciate that.
He also had a fucking I think a 3 or 4 like touchdown parlay that cashed in the first quarter.
What?
Oh, wow.
Of yesterday's games. Yeah. First quarter. I can't remember who it was. KC, if you want to remind the fellas, but I know Derrick Henry was one of them. Somebody had Derrick Henry to score the first touchdown on Sunday. It was plus 3,000.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a true lotto entry right there. But
dude, it was like 11:06, and you texted me saying, or whatever the time is, like 5 minutes past the game start, and you were like, V, bang, Henry, bang. I was like, what the fuck? How did this happen so fast?
Game just started.
I haven't even turned the games on yet.
That is the first time the Titans have scored a first opening possession touchdown all season. It was awesome. Okay, so let's the Pittman call was electric. That was easy money. Absolutely easy. So was Derrick Henry for plus 115 for a touchdown. It was also easy money. All right, but on to today. So you like this over 165.5? We're rolling with that?
Let's do it. Yep, there's going to be 170.
You can't buy it down.
Oh, okay.
165.5. It's going to be 180 points. We're good.
With the chest. We love it. And then we're going V, where you want Tatum. Do you want to just ride him on his 31.5, or do you want to buy it down at Skosh?
Let's just do 31.5. Fuck it. We ball.
He is scoring 35. 31.5. And then let's round it out with old J Val. Valanciunas.
PRA. Big talk football. We talked about Jamar touchdown. And Shaggy likes mixing over his receiving yards. And SPJ mixing over his receiving yards. And we all three of us kind of think this game goes over tonight, but none of us have beans on it.
That was a good little Cliff's Notes version.
I'm not betting against the primetime under trend, but I think this one goes over.
Yeah.
Just to give you a quick refresh of our PODs, this is the VSauce's Jason Tatum over 31.5 points. This is mine, Joe Mixon over 19.5 receiving yards, and Jonas Valanciunas over 14.5 PA. It's also 15.5 now. Both my lines got bumped. Pause. And then Shaggy likes this over and the under in San Jose State and North Dakota State University, minus 137.5. You can go peep the scribbles for that at bettingnews.com if you want more backing on that one. Okay. Also, like I said, the this Valanciunas line is now 15.5, minus 113, but it's all right. I like it there too. So we've got, this is 3 legs plus 599. Love it. Plus 599 over 165.5 total points. Arkansas State versus Alabama. Jason Tatum over 31.5 points, and then Jonas Valanciunas over 15.5 points and assists. Oh, it just moved again. God damn it. Plus 593. Bang. You guys down?
Yep.
593. Let's do it.
In there like swimwear. All right. Bang. I will post this on our Twitter, guys. If you're not following us, give us a follow at Your Betting News. If you're watching us on Twitter, thanks for stopping by. We will post it on the Twitter account if you guys want to roll with us. If you want to ride with the kiddos. Okay. That was it. Yeah. Pacers or Swiss Cheese University on defense. Jason Tatum's going to be the Swiss Cheese man tonight. Okay. That was that. Now, what do we want to do for the lotto, gents? How do we want to do this? Lots of options. Bang.
I don't have a real good, I don't know, lotto piece, to be honest with you.
Okay. That's okay. We can talk through one together. I mean, we didn't get any NHL today. I didn't look at the NHL slate at all.
I didn't either.
Obi Toppin. Getting some Obi love in the chat. Jay did like Obi. This was a decent look.
Obi Toppin. Can't be stopping.
Obi Toppin's going to get that topping.
We could take 2 legs from you and me, SPJ, and take 1 from chat.
Yeah, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. So you guys in the chat, keep dropping. Yes, you do, Shaggy. Dig deep. That's from Chef, who said he left, but he's still here.
Come on now. I'll figure something out, maybe.
All right, that's what we'll do. We'll let you cook. Chat, keep dropping what you guys like a lot. And then Twitter name, it's scrolling on the bottom. Oh, it was scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Give us a follow at Your Betting News. All one word, at Your Betting News. Give us a follow. We'll see you over there. We post a lot of content just like this. Spaces, all different types of plays, written content at bettingnews.com. Go get involved. Love it. What's your favorite what's your favorite ladder today, V?
I think Zion, 30 plus. I think he can get 30 points tonight. He's not a guy that always gets 30 plus kind of, but I think that tonight's a really good matchup. And I think this Pelicans team, when you have this many guys that can score as many points as they do, you kind of have to play it matchup based, because it's not even you have to, it's like you have that luxury. So, if you can press on a certain matchup where you know that this Kings team is weak, you're going to do it again and again. I think they did it already this season when Zion did play the Kings. I think we see more of it today.
So we could do 28.5 for plus 205.
I will be down.
We could also just nut up and not be bitches and do 30 plus.
I will say every time that he's come close to 30, he's actually hit 30. The lowest against this Kings team, played 6 games. He's hit 30 twice, and he's at 25, 26, and 24. And the other 3 games where he hits his point line but doesn't get to the 30 plus. But when he climbs the ladder, he climbs all the way.
Can I just want to look at one thing. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah. All right, I'm down. If this is what you like, I'm into it. I like Zion. I think he should dominate in this matchup. You sold it to me earlier. I'm in.
Let's do it.
So Zion 30 plus. Plus 240. Okay. Zion. Connor Ingram shutout. Landon. He loves his under, dude. Jesus Christ.
Connor Ingram shutout.
In the Yotes game. Sheesh. What about saves in that game, Landon? Should we ladder a saves if you like the fucking shutout? These guys are going to get fucking peppered, aren't they?
Do the Capitals pepper?
They can. The Yotes allow a lot of shots. Fuck no. Fuck no. Okay. I was thinking.
Should we ladder the under down at 3.5, Landon? Huh? You feel comfortable with that, Landon? Just kidding.
Could you imagine? I don't know if I want to sweat that out. I feel like we got to ladder something in this Celtics game with such a high total. We can't. I don't want to double dip on JT, man.
Neither do I.
What about Horford?
I was
you want to ladder?
can get out of my head. Oh my God, I was
do
going to say
Horford?
Horford. Yes,
Let's go.
I was going to say Horford. His 3+4+3 should be good value, or we could do his points.
Let's see. All right, so his points line's 10.5 or minus 120. If we laddered his points, where's he at? Let's see.
I think we'd probably have to get to 15.
13.5 is 14 plus is plus 200. 15 plus is plus 240 or plus 270. Should we just take the 15?
I'm going to have to take the 15.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll roll with you.
Let's do it.
Shags, do you have any thoughts on this, or are you just down to ride?
Down to ride.
Okay. Let's do all right, then that's it. So we got Horford, 15 plus points. We have Zion Williamson, 30 plus points. I have not played either one of these gents in a separate lotto, so I'm down to ride these because I ain't done shit. Did you find a lotto that you liked, Shaggy, while we were talking?
I really did not, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's okay.
Small slate, only 6 NHL games. I don't know.
I have an additional one to offer that we could throw in here, because chat's dropping a bunch of plays, but not a lot of them are lottos. So keep dropping them, guys. If we see one that pops off the screen, we're definitely gonna bring it up and see. I was looking. So we talked about Etienne earlier and how there's the whole thing of him not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brought up the Dearness Johnson. I think it was Austin brought up Dearness Johnson. I don't know if they have his receiving yards line. Oh god damn it, Landon. Are we really doing this? Do you guys want to do this with Landon?
What?
3.5. Wow, dude.
Balls on tape.
Wow, dude.
I swear to God, watch this sell in the first fucking quarter, or first period, first quarter. I just want to look at the value on this, Landon. What is this game? Last game of the night? No, second to last game of the night.
Second to last game, yeah.
Where's the alt there? Alt total goals. Under, where is it? Where is it? Plus 430. Can we do the under 4.5 or plus 265?
We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Plus under 4.5 is, I'm looking at plus 265, brother. Sheesh. The blue book. Are we doing this, guys?
The blue book. Yeah, let's do it. I think we do it.
Yeah.
I like this. Should we take this from Sook as an honorary entry since he joined us?
Honestly, yeah, let's do it.
I haven't touched.
I don't even know where he came up with the football play, but I know there's a bunch of Kirk love all in his yards. I think we do it.
Cool. All right. So the question is, Sook, I just want to talk to you about this since you're in here, and I'd like to, because I do like Kirk a lot. What do you think about his yards instead of the receptions? Or sell the receptions in the chat, or fucking get back up here and tell us why. Otherwise, we can just roll with the reception. I like the yards too. He eats at home over 50.5. Bengals secondary is hot garbage. So is the Jaguars. I'm in the shower. What does it do? What is take the yards? Let me sell for them. I love the Kirk play. We got fucking love in the chat. Let's go.
Kirk it is.
Kirk,
are we going 6 receptions, or are we taking the yards?
My gut tells me receptions, but
yeah, my gut says I think we should just roll with Sook said, just in case, so we can blame him too.
Yeah, so we can blame him.
Otherwise, if 6 receptions hits, but his yards don't, even if his yards don't hit and receptions don't, at least we can blame him a little bit.
Look, his regular line is 4.5 for plus money. He hasn't cleared 4.5 without getting 6. And he's gotten 6 5 times this year.
Plus 290.
How does he do at home in comparison? Plus 220 is what I'm seeing. 6 plus receptions. 3
of those 5 games have been at home.
All right, let's fuck it. It's Sook in the shower from the top rope. Let's bring it in. All right, so we've got, this is kind of spicy, James.
It's cleared in 6 of his last 10 at home. 6 receptions.
Okay. All right, so we got Zion, 30 plus points. Al Horford, 15 plus points. Under 4.5 goals. I swear to God, Landon. in the Capitals Coyotes game, and then Christian Kirk 6+ receptions plus 14,593.
Yeah, hold on. Read that off one more time for me. I wasn't booking it, and now I need to book it for Landon too.
I don't know how to raid V. I'm not sure. I don't know if Shaggy ever figured it out either.
I don't know. No, I need to be logged in.
Where's Inzi? Is Inzi here? Inzi, are you lurking? He can help us. He knows how to. Chef, are you here? Chef knows how to do it too.
Under 4.5 in Yotes caps.
Yep. Al Horford, 15+ points.
Horford for 15+.
Zion, 30+ points.
Zion for 30.
And then Christian Kirk, 6+ receptions.
And then Christian Kirk, 6+ receptions.
And that is plus 14,593.
Ba-bam, ba-bam. Bing, bang, bong. All right, Landon, I got you, brother.
$5 pays $729.67. I just booked it.
And I have almost booked it.
I think NZ may know how to do this. May be able to bless Blake Snell with a raid.
Oh, shit. Oh, that would be so dope. Who we raiding? We're raiding Blake Snell, NZ. If you can do it for us, that would be great. This is a good line. Sangoon, most improved.
Snellzilla 4, I'm pretty sure, but I'll double check.
Scared of Horford. That's okay.
Yep.
If you want to take Horford out, that's fine. Or water this down, guys. Do what you've been doing with Chef's Lottos. Water it down. Take him on their regular lines. You don't have to play it at all if you don't want to. Use it for some research. Kind of see what you like out there. You don't have to play. You don't have to play any of it. But you heard why we like it for some fun tonight. Sprinkle it. Put $5 on it, and see kind of how the night plays out. This is our regular guy that we put together from our 3 favorite plays tonight. Tatum over 31.5, Alabama over 165, and then Jonas Valanciunas over 15.5 points and assists. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. And then the lotto that we just put together with you guys is, let me read it off one more time. This is only for you guys. We do this lotto every show, and it's only for you guys in here, and then we post it if it's max. But it's only for you guys. We're not going to post it anywhere else. It is Al Horford, 15+ points. Christian Kirk, 6+ receptions, under 4.5 goals in the Washington Capitals and the Arizona Coyotes game. And then Zion Williamson, 30+ points. Those are the vibes. We appreciate you guys stopping by today. If you're new here, like I said, guys, please give us a follow. Come back and hang out with us. We do this every single day. Come kick it, get involved, drop the notice so you'll know when we go live, and we'll come and talk about the slate and cook it up for you guys every single day. Go follow these fine gentlemen on the Twitter machine at VSauce with 3 A's, at Shaggy_Bet. So glad you came back, man. You made it back. You made it. And go follow me at Sweatpant Jesus. We really appreciate you guys. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News. You guys know the deal. Yeah, let's see how we do today. Love to see it. Love to see you guys. We'll see you back on Spaces tomorrow. We will have our hockey show in the evening on Twitch called Puck It. Come and kick it with us there at 5:30 Eastern. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. It's been so fucking electric. Are we gonna do this raid?
Yeah, I'm gonna say NZ said just give him the heads up. Don't play the outro and just go show some energy in Snell's chat. Gang, right? Let's show them betting news, right? Let's spam a little bit of betting news and let everybody know where we're from.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right?
Drop the betting news bangs in Blake Snell's chat. Give him some love. Go hang out with him, and hope you guys smack all your bets tonight. We appreciate you guys. Came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. Go have fun with Blake Snell. Peace.
All right, NZ. Do it. I don't know when it'll be done, but
we're gonna sit here and vibe for a second while it's happening. Let NZ see what goes on.
I was gonna say I'm watching his channel actually.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm on Snell's.
It's going. NZ said it's going. It's going. 3,
Can we get a countdown?
1.
Oh, we did
it!
Sick.
Betting news rating with party of 23.
Let's go.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
We can stop now, yes, I guess, right?
Yep. You can not be live anymore.